Howdy ho there, neighbors. I am bored. Let's change spark plugs. Alright, so step one, get yourself 8 spark plugs and then get 2 more, because this baby runs on extra freedom. Step 2, get you some ABUs, cut the legs off them. Now you got some sweet military jorts. Step 3, flip-flops. Take them off. Yeah, this is my garage and I can do what I want. Okay, all joking aside, let's take a second to talk about the spark plugs. Yes, it's a V10, yes, it's a Viper, but it takes regular old champion spark plugs. Nothing fancy about them at all. If you don't already know this, you can actually go to any one of the big parts warehouses like O'Reilly's, AutoZone, and they probably won't price match in the store with places like Rock Auto or Amazon, which is where you want them to price match to, right? They're super cheap. This spark plug on Rock Auto cost me $1.31, but I have to get it shipped, and then I have to buy it in bulk, so they're like $1.40 a piece, and it becomes kind of a headache, and then I have to wait 7 days. It's a big mess. But if I go to O'Reilly's, they're like $2.99, $3.50 a piece, and that's every one of the stores. So what I do instead, if you actually call their online customer support, O'Reilly's, Advance Auto Parts, whoever, what they'll do is they will price match over the phone to Rock Auto. And then you tell them you want to pick it up in store at your local location, and within about 5-10 minutes of a drive, you've got brand new spark plugs for cheap. I hear what you're saying, Cam, that's cheating. Yeah, kind of. Be smart with your money so you can do cool things with it. Alright, so at least once a year, I like to take a look at my spark plugs, see what they look like, see what the condition is. You can see these ones, they're kind of honey brown, but they're ready to go. The problem is the gap. So, hard to design a perfect gear flashing. Let's see my index finger here. If I turn this. Alright, so let's take a look at the car itself. Now my car, just slightly different from some others because I have headers with a shield on it, I have aftermarket plug wires, and I have socks or insulated boots there on the plug wires. But the process is the same. Pull the plug out, put new plug in, reattach, and vroom vroom. Your car might be slightly different if you don't have 10 cylinders or whatever, but the process is the same. Alright, so if you're doing this on a 2001 or 2nd gen Dodge Viper, something you should know, definitely remove this box. It's a 9/32, there's another one inside, and then a 10 mil there, and a 10 mil back there, and whoop, comes right off. Then you actually have access to the spark plugs, which was a nightmare trying to do without this. So let's talk about what you need to get the job done. You're gonna need a spark plug socket. For my car, it's 5/8. For yours, it's gonna be different. I definitely recommend you get one of these universal swiveling joints. It's gonna help you out on most cars from my experience. You need the spark plugs, and make sure you use that trick I taught you at the beginning of the video. Save a ton of money. Like I said, I do this like every 6 months because it's so cheap, and why not? You know, it's good insurance, especially on a performance car. And I'll show you in a minute why we do it. So let's talk about what I'm actually using for plugs. Good old Champion copper core plugs, made in America. Yep, these are the best that I've used. And why is that? You're gonna hear people talk about 3-prong, 4-prong, 12-prong iridium plugs. That's all great. They're just trying to sell you a gimmick. Iridium is a harder metal, so it doesn't deteriorate and gap quite as fast as these will. But for $14 every 6 months, why wouldn't you just change these out? Those iridium plugs are like $7 to $10 a plug. And honestly, you get a less efficient burn. You get worse gas mileage than what you would with these. It's just a little bit of extra effort. So don't be lazy. Buy good plugs. Change them every 6 months. If you stuck around this long, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming back to the garage for another video. Hopefully that was helpful. Leave some comments down there for suggestions for future videos or something I definitely screwed up and missed. I'm sure I did. Other than that, guys, hit the like, share, subscribe, all that stuff the cool YouTube kids are doing these days. And in the meantime, get out there, enjoy the ride, and find the joy. I'm losing my mind. Scalpel. Nurse, send in my next patient.